What's up, everyone? It's Shaletta. I'm here getting a phone for one of my newly minted teenagers with Xfinity Mobile. They've got great options, affordable plans, and solid coverage that works for our whole family. With Xfinity Mobile, my daughter can stay connected with me wherever she goes. And did you know when you sign up, you can get an extra phone line free for a full year? Switch to Xfinity Mobile today for more savings, more smiles, and more ways to stay connected.
In Minnesota, we pride ourselves on our nation-leading voter turnout and safe, secure elections. Elections allow us to make our voices heard and stand up for the communities and issues we care about. To exercise your right to vote, first make sure that you are registered to vote. After registering to vote, make a plan to vote on or before Election Day, Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. Learn about how to register to vote, cast your ballot, find your polling place, and more by visiting mnvotes.org.
You want a healthier lifestyle, but how do you get started? Then stick with it by listening to the Fitness Revolution podcast with Shay Sandifer, of course. Your journey to greater well-being starts now.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It's Coach Shay here with Fitness Revolution. So we're getting right into it. We are a week away from election, and I was a little, like, should I talk about this or shouldn't I? Does this relate to what I usually talk about, fitness, wellness, and nutrition, and healing from the inside out? And I really think it does. And what I want to discuss just for a few minutes, I'm not going to go deep. I'm not going to go deep into politics, but I'm going to talk about just something that we need to really get, I don't even know, back to, I would say start, because I think if we were already there, we wouldn't have left it. But having some, level of kindness and a level of sensitivity and a level of respect for humankind. And I think we've lost that. And so, and maybe it wasn't there. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm looking at it through the lens of everyone's being healthy. But I think over these last couple of weeks, and as we lead up to the election, we really need to give ourselves grace for where we're at with our thinking and our decision making as we come into this. And I guess this does relate because it falls into, is it physically bothering you? Is it mentally? Definitely mentally is bothering people, right? And it all goes together because I know people that aren't eating because they're so stressed about this election. I know people that aren't moving and not working out. I know I've kind of slowed down with that. So I've really been trying to get back to that. And then the biggest thing, like I said, is your mental well-being. What does that look like at this point in our lives, right? And so, as some of you guys know, you've seen there has been some hateful things that have been said that have not been kind, that really, I would say, if I was a campaign manager, would say would hurt our campaign. But I think as we're so divided as a country right now, my goal is to bring the positive side of this. And so I always respect other people's views on politics and where they stand. But when you lose me, and I think you've lost a lot of people, is the disrespect on people, whether it's your ethnicity, whether it's your gender, whether it's your race, to be personally attacked, and people that have nothing to do with the election, right? Well, if they're not running, they have nothing to do with it, right? And so I want to say this to you as you write down the pros and cons of this election, when you are figuring out, like, where are you sitting? Are you sitting with peace when you make these decisions? Are you thinking with a kind heart and soul as you speak about other people that are doing their all on both sides, whatever it is, who's ever running, who's ever, campaigning and showing that support? Are we leading with a kind heart? And, kindness is free. That's what it is. Kindness is free. It's easier to say, takes less muscles and strength to say hi, to be kind and give someone a compliment, to let someone know that it's okay that you think the way you do. Let's just lead with respect. And if we can start with that, it would really help with what we're leading up to. And we all would love to, we can't wait till November 5th is over, right? We want that next level to come so we can move on. We've got a big year coming up with 2025. Things are going to be moving and shifting around. So what part do we play? And the part we play is showing kindness. So when you have that conversation in your business call, lead with kindness. When you get home to talk to your spouse or significant other, lead with kindness. When you talk to your children, lead with kindness. If you're at the store and you're getting a cup of coffee and it wasn't made wrong, lead with kindness. Let's keep leading with that because it's all self-talk too, right? So remember that muscle memory. So how you're speaking to others is always a reflection of you and your soul and your spirit. And I just love that you can switch this at any time. If you haven't been kind, you can be kind. You can say one kind thing. And when in doubt, if you don't have anything nice to say, as my grandmother would say, don't say anything at all. So I really mean that. I want us to be well. I want us to be heading into, these poles in the right direction. And I know I'm a small peon here bringing out this good word and really want you to understand this as you do this, because you see people getting sick, afterwards, after talking about this election, and it's tearing up friendships and families and relationships. And so remember, we are all in this together. This is our country, right? It's our country. There's millions of people in this country. It's not one person. It's not one gender. It's not one ethnicity. It's not one race. We are all here. And if anyone's confused, you're in luck, because I am the wellness guru of racial health and equity. And the true people of this land are indigenous. So we are on their land. And so no one has the right to talk down to people and not say kind things to them, or say things that are hateful, or the biggest thing is untrue. So you've got 1 week to make a decision, and this is a big week. You've got 1 week to look at the pros and cons. You've got 1 week and every day to say something kind to yourself and others. So what are we going to do? We're going to lead with empathy and love. We're going to heal from the inside out, right? That's the biggest thing. Once you're healed, kindness comes out. And at the end of the day, kindness is free. I hope this was insightful just for you and your mental well-being. It definitely was for me to write down these things and think about what I can do and play my part in this role as we lead up to November 5th. So kindness is the word for the next week and the rest of the year and the rest of your life. Kindness, lead with it. As always, inhale the positive, exhale the negative. This is Coach Shay with Fitness Revolution. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Check back next week for more on living your healthier lifestyle, and share previous episodes of Shay's podcast with your friends. Log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and peak flu season is almost here. Save time and get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy whenever it's convenient for you. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy.
Are you the parent or guardian of an adult with autism? If your loved one has no restrictions through court order, then they are eligible to vote. And you can assist them in many ways. Some citizens with autism don't like unfamiliar places and activities. These voters might prefer to cast their ballot at an early voting center. Leading up to election day, these early voting centers are less busy and less likely to require waiting. Early voting centers are open all over Minnesota, and you can vote there right now. Or you can request an absentee ballot to vote by mail. That's right. Eligible voters can cast their ballots without ever leaving home. On Election Day, curbside voting is another option to make voting easy and comfortable. Election judges will bring a ballot directly to the vehicle with a person with a disability. Make a plan to support and assist your loved one with autism this election season, so they can participate and exercise their precious right to vote. You can find out more at mmvotes.gov. That's mmvotes.gov.